now we're going to start right back with you guys kind of on the ship, getting your things together, and having a little bit of moment to kind of talk about your future decisions and events. So I'm just going to back out of the way and let you guys do a little role playing to start us off tonight.
So the plan is to go down the mines, right? Now, Mante, stay awake. We need you on this one.
Okay, Manta, you can sleep. Don't listen to him. Sleep is very important to one's body.
I'm getting mixed signals. I don't know what to do.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
That is a good question. Sleeping is nice. But also, I mean, I think it is a good idea that we I don't know, have talk about what we're planning on doing.
We already fill out those contracts and let them know that we're gonna go in the below sector blaze thing.
I think you have. Yeah, you kind of... I believe you guys did that before
Cool.
we end the session, so...
Cool. Oh, this is exciting stuff, everyone.
What do we think we're gonna find down there?
Aliens.
I hope so.
You want to find aliens down there?
Yeah. You don't want to find aliens?
I mean, technically aren't, everybody aliens though? Are
maybe
you
we're
on your
just
home world?
dancers. I don't know. I don't remember. I wasn't born in a world, I think. I was born in, like, spacey space.
Well, I think we're all technically aliens. I mean, we're finding a whole bunch of aliens.
Deep. Very.
Just hope there's nothing down there that will harm us.
Yes, I agree. That would be awful.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Were we told if we could take weapons down there, or?
You weren't really given any instructions on that. There wasn't anything in the contract that said you couldn't.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take my pistol. Just
In
be
case.
safe.
That's alright. I'll take my little dagger too. If anything, maybe I can get an alien's eye and stab it out.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my new collection. Eyes.
I mean, that's an interesting collection. Do you have like a little jar with like some kind of liquid that preserves them, or
Dang
they're just
it.
gonna get all like raisiny?
And now you make a good point. I don't have a liquid jar. Maybe I should collect something a little like simpler to preserve, like toenails or something.
I vote for toenail.
I don't know if that's any less like weird though. Other people's toenails is kind of weird.
What about teeth?
That's
that
also
better?
weird. I think collecting any other body parts of other people though is kind of just weird in general. To be fair,
But that's how I lost my little pinky.
someone
To a
else's.
collector.
Oh,
During the war, though, I don't remember it well. It was very painful.
do you want to go get it back? We could probably hunt this individual down.
Much effort for a pinky? Come on. And especially
even
because of
read-
Crew.
Probably can't reattach it by now, but
Yeah.
All right, so talk me through something.
sure.
We spent 25 minutes going over a wonderful, terrific idea. And then last second, you all decided the worst possible idea and all chose to go down to where I said we shouldn't go until we get more information about it. I just want to just clarify that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that's what happened. Do you want to join us? It might not be too late.
Yeah, we could all go down there.
Yeah.
Can't. Just
I mean, it's other people wanted to go down, and then so I was just like, I don't want them to go alone, so I'll just backing them up.
But we can go tomorrow or the day after we get information.
Yeah, but like, what if something bad happens? Like, let's say these people like really hate us after one day and they want us to leave, and we'll never find out what's down there. Saying.
She has
Very
a
true.
point. She has a point.
People do tend to hate us.
That is true. We make enemies really easily. I don't think we have any friends besides like us. It's really sad. We're like the most antisocial group in the galaxy. That should be our name, the Antisocials.
I was trying to go through people that we've met, and then like basically all of them don't like us anymore.
Yeah. Either don't like us or they're dead or, you know,
In jail.
they're- Yeah, or in jail or they're sending things after us. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know? We have 0 friends right now.
That's not true. We
But-
each have 4.
To your point of what information would make a difference whether we go down there.
Whether or not there's creatures down there, whether or not there's basically tectonic shifts, whether or not there's not necessarily landslides, but like rock falls, cave collapse-ins. Just getting that general information of what you need to prepare before you even go down there. What equipment do you need? Because if it all is just aliens down there and different monsters down there, well, then that's a different story. We take a lot of weapons, it makes it easier. If it's cave-ins, tectonic shifts, the ground just falls out from under you, the top just caves in on down on you, then we need rocks, materials, shovels, things to avoid that, and we can lighten our load based on what we know that's down there.
Do we even know if we can change our jobs after we pick one?
I didn't see anything. I just saw per day, deciding on what we wanted to do that day, it seemed like.
Yeah.
It seems like there's enough positions open that they wouldn't care if you flip-flopped contracts.
Cool.
Because who knows if you'll be there the next day.
It sounds
It's
like,
a place that has the now hiring sign permanently taped to the door.
Probably, yeah.
Nice.
See, Dev, it sounds like we really need you then, since you are the
Expert.
person that knows all this stuff. Yes, expert. So why don't you change and go down with us? Be a team.
I will stick to my strategy and I will gather information on the top and the nice safe comfort of level 3 while getting 15 coins and gathering some information. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to find someone that we can flip or use or become friends with.
Like Brady.
Brady, such a good guy.
This is a
Oh, I tried.
completely different strategy for this group. I am stunned.
But
I'm gonna hold fast to my original. All risk.
I will
I
too.
do.
Yep.
I do like going all in. And then, you know, if things get really bad, that's okay. Death comes for all of us eventually.
That's true. I'm okay with going.
All right, well,
Excuse me.
at least the ship is still registered to my hand, so if you guys want to take it back, I can still take off and, you know, if I have to, nuke it from orbit.
Do you have a nuke?
No, just a saying I heard one time from
Oh.
somewhere. I think I read it in a book.
What was the name of the book?
I don't know. It was only half a book. I think it was like
Oh.
3 or 4 pages, and like everything else was kind of washed out.
That book, yes, that.
I don't know, but that quote has stuck with me.
Good quote.
Well, if you don't hear from us ever again, we will live on in your memory.
I will not.
It's kind of like a figure of speech. Anyways,
Oh.
He could use your video game. He could live
Yeah.
on in the memory.
Oh no! I need the video game. What if we get stuck down there for like forever and then we have nothing to do? At least we can be happy in the video game area
that is true.
until we lose our sanity and then we, you know, slowly eat ourselves or something.
The more we talk about it, the more time we waste.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, we don't want to
what's
be
in there.
we don't want to be late for our first day of our job.
First day of the rest of our life.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
So, you guys are gathering your things. So, I know Manta said he was taking his pistol. Is everybody else packing
I
up
think
your
it's-
weapons and taking your stuff with you? Okay.
I'm basically taking all of my belongings. So fusion welder, electric multi-tool, all that stuff.
Okay.
So
Excellent. You guys make your way back into the mining complex, where you approach the main reception desk area. It's very easy. They kind of already have kind of confirmation of your turned in via text, basically your contracts, where you guys communicated from the OMEN to there, and you see this kind of woman behind the reception desk kind of comes over, and as all of you come to the reception desk, she starts kind of handing out cards and to each of you. Devlin's is distinctly different than all of the rest of yours. So you can see that for the contracts that you sign up for, you're given certain clearances to certain levels. So basically, Devlin, yours is basically only good for the first 3 levels. Everybody else's is good for the deep delve. She kind of looks at all 4 of you and smiles, the ones that you're kind of going down to the deep sector 4. She just kind of smiles and says, good luck down there. And then just walks away.
thank you.
You're welcome. And heads on back and starts typing out on a computer back there some other information. I mean, it's bustling. There's people here. There's, different alien species of humanoids that seem to be moving about throughout here. It looks like some of them are walking out kind of just filthy, covered in dirt. You see some of them have what look to be yellowish and or suits that are more like, they used to probably be white, but now kind of look more gray with these yellow stripes that kind of go down the sides and the sides of the legs into like these massive rubber-like boots. Devlin, you would probably recognize this as kind of standard mining equipment. And it looks like they're all kind of given the same outfittings whenever they go down. You guys do see that off to the side there is a open door, and above is a glowing sign that does say outfitter to get prepared. And you guys also see signs that point in the direction of a hallway that says mine shaft elevator.
Does the elevator go down like all floors, or is it like specifically for floor 4?
From where you're at and what you see right now, you guys are not sure. You'd either have to ask somebody walking around or find an NPC or go see for yourself.
I'm guessing for us that are mining on like 1 through 3, we'd be given like a jackhammer or something of some sort to kind of like get through and actually mine through.
Sure, you can go visit the outfitter and see what you got.
All right. Then I'm making my way over to the outfitter,
All right.
to see what I got.
All right.
We
So
should probably go there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta need it.
So, visiting the outfitter, first thing that you notice is basically there are some very cheap looking AI units that are piecemealed together, welded in different ways, look like junk units that are basically just there to help to outfit you with your materials that you would need. There's the first one that you come into contact, basically like, as soon as you walk in, Devlin, you're met with like something holding a suit up to the front of your body. And it goes, and then puts it over its shoulder, and then all of a sudden it disappears behind a corner and comes back out with another one and holds it up to your body, and then goes, and then throws it over your shoulder. And basically you keep on walking. It's like this hallway with all these like little openings on the sides, and all these little AI junk units are coming out and like giving you kind of options on things that you could have. One of them pulls out, after the suit, pulls out this, it's kind of a, I've seen it in a movie once, but I can't remember what movie. But it's like a hooded mask type thing that has a plastic coating over the whole thing. But it's not like a helmet or anything. It's just like this thing you pull over, and it has this mask there. Also, you can tell on the mask it can hook up to a respirator unit, so you can have some fresh air as you're going down there. Another unit like brings out this little thing to put on your head, and it's like this ring, and on the sides has these two really bright lights that shine ahead of you. So you guys have lighting down there as well. You're fitted with nice boots that also have kind of like these metallic, almost like cleats at the bottom that you can really stick into the earth with if you needed to use that. And then they bring out these things that are called, you overhear like the AI units and some of the people in here calling them cheese graters. That's what they call them. And while you're if you are in Roll20, I will show you a handout of what a cheese grater looks like. So I'm gonna show to players, show to everyone. Do you guys see this this thing?
Yeah.
That's a cheese grater.
That's cool.
That is that's a mining tool for down here in the mines. I'll make it bigger so maybe our friends at home can see a little bit better too. Basically per squad, you're given the option of this a handheld meter. It looks like it's like some type of futuristic gauge. It has a digital screen on it. I mean, it looks like it's used to kind of like, almost like, you know, if you were scanning for like radiation or anything like that, you could pick up different like elements or things that were in the atmosphere or whatever with this meter. But they only give one of those meters per group. So the 4 of you will get one, and Devlin can take one if he'd like to take one.
I will absolutely take one.
Okay. I don't have an image for that, but you have to imagine like an old, it's kind of a mix. It's a little bit smaller than what they use in Alien to sense motion. It's kind of like that, but it has a more futuristic screen on it and looks a little bit fancier, a little bit more high tech than what they used for that.
So is that one only doing like air quality, kind of like a canary? Or
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
also scan like the rock to be able to tell you what material it is?
It looks like it has 2 modes. It can switch between the 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you guys can write down that you have that scanner, and each of you, if you'd like, you don't have to take a cheese grater if you don't want to. They do have other traditional mining tools, like they do have like just standard, like looks like pickaxes and stuff like that you could take down there. But it looks like most people take the cheese graters.
How much does a cheese grater weigh?
It costs for 2 item slots. Because it's kind of heavy. And it's bulky. And it takes 2 hands to hold on to. Mm-hmm. The scanner only counts for 1 item slot.
How many item slots do you have again?
I believe it's your body plus something.
I have 14, so...
It was in when we were...
12 plus body is item.
12 plus body? Okay. Well, there you go. 12.
I will not take one.
Not take one what?
I will not take a cheese grater.
Not take a cheese grater? Okay. If you want just a standard mining pickaxe, you can take one of those for 1 item slot.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take a standard pickaxe.
All right, you got it.
I guess I'll take one. Yep. Okay.
And after going through outfitting, you guys feel pretty confident. I mean, Devlin, you know, the stuff isn't the greatest in the world, but it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, this equipment's pretty good. It's nothing special, but it'll get the job done. I look over at you guys.
One thing
Let's
I
go.
did forget to mention about the suits is the suits have on the side, there is a camera with a microphone that constantly records while you're on duty. It's kind of like a police
body camera.
body cam. Okay, so they
Is
do
it
have.
always
They all have
available?
those.
Would it be like kind of loose, like the police, where there's a wire attached to it,
It is.
or is it like a little bit more like sophisticated, where it's kind of like built in a little bit more?
I mean, it's built in a little bit more, but there's nothing saying that you couldn't with
Oh,
a little
no, I
bit,
tripped and
a
fell.
little bit of tweaking, you could probably do something to it. Yes.
We cannot use these for communication.
Well, you can. There is a way you have this helmet on, this respirator. There is a way that you can communicate between each other. There is a communication that way. So yeah, it's like a walkie. There's like a comm in each one of them that you guys can communicate with each other. Unfortunately, you overhear some people in this outfitting saying that the farther you go down, the more unreliable all this technology is.
Figured as much.
So excited.
We got this, guys. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, sure.
Nothing at all.
So, are we ready to go?
I'm ready to go. We need to find out if those elevators takes us all the way down there, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Um,
Maybe we can ask somebody.
We do not need to. I have already been.
Hey Joe, could you check your microphone? For some reason, it keeps on cutting out right at the end of your phrases. I'm not sure why. Is that happening to everybody else too?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, my computer's fans are acting up right now, so if you hear the fans in the background, I'm sorry.
Seems like it.
Yeah, but I've already been there. Velocity loss feature, I've already been there. Once per session, I can ask the DM for directions.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, you get this strange sense of deja vu. And you can almost see this elevator. And this elevator is actually quite massive. It's a 3-story tall elevator.
Ooh.
So it's 3 floors. You can enter it on 3 different levels. And it looks like on the second level is where you have this strange vision of a strange individual who actually pilots the elevator. And the individual has this metal shiny helmet that has this reflective visor that just goes over his eyes. His nose peeks out. His really chiseled chin sticks out the bottom. His mouth almost looks like it's bigger than probably should be. And there's this massive cigar sticking out of his mouth, and fluffy kind of blackened hair that floofs out the back of his helmet. He's wearing a big cape, and he's wearing shards of metallic armor. Some of it's really shiny and nice and new, and some of it looks dented and crappy. It's you know how have you guys seen the Mandalorian series? How he starts to replace some of his armor. It looks like that. It looks like some of it's new and some of it's really old and dirty and nasty. But that's kind of the idea that you get from this sense of deja vu, you've been here before.
Yeah, so.
And
this
you
will take us where we need to
and
go.
you know that's exactly where you need to go to get to where you guys are going. So.
Right this way, y'all. And I do air quotes to say, "Trust me."
Oh,
I
God.
trust you.
100%.
So you guys are outfitted and carrying all your mining equipment to the elevator. You walk down the hall and make a left-hand turn to see that this area opens up. And you can see down below, there's you can go down these metal grating steps to a bottom area that looks like there is kind of a little makeshift bar set up in one corner where there's a couple people who just got off a shift. They're sitting there and having beverages. And it looks like there's just all these people gathered around down in this area. The second main floor, at the the metal grating that you're standing on kind of opens up, and it has a little waiting area right there in front of these two sliding massive metallic doors. And you can see above you, there's actually ladders that lead up, and there's another level up above. You can't really see too much of like what's up there, but you can see through the metal grating in the floor that there's another waiting area and the top floor of the elevator shaft entrance.
I would like to go over to the bar.
Okay, so you're gonna walk down the steps to the first floor, basically, in this place. And okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up there, and I'm going to ask the guy, do you have any containers of moonshine?
Do we? Absolutely. What kind would you like?
I'll take 2 white lightning.
Cool. 2 white lightning coming right up. He kind of disappears, and gets. So you just getting 2 drinks, or you want 2 bottles?
Like I would imagine like flasks worth.
Flask worth, okay.
Because it's 4 hollows per, so I assume it's.
Okay.
I assume that's probably just like 8 for both.
Absolutely, yeah. Like he brings them over, slides them over to you. He slides over this digital currency reader that you can insert your hollow card in. And you can pay for your 8 hollows. There is a thing where before you can pull the hollow card out, though, it does ask you for a tip. And you get to apply that number in before you can pull the hollow card out.
I look at him, and I press 1. Thank you.
As he looks down and sees you press 1, he's just like, yeah, you're welcome. It just smiles.
Put it right in my suit, and just go back up to where the elevator is.
He slides the reader over, walks over, and starts helping another customer sitting at the bar who's asking for a bit more beverages too. Devlin walks back up the steps after tucking something into his jacket and suit.
All right, you guys ready to roll?
Yeah. What'd you do?
We're waiting for you.
He's collecting information.
And got some items that might help in gathering additional information.
Secret stuff.
Around these parts, it's gold.
And flammable.
That's how you know it's good.
So you guys hear this really loud screeching noise coming from the other side of these massive doors that you're waiting in front of. And there's a big group of people kind of waiting in front of the doors, and you can see down below there's like a big group starting to gather below too, wearing what looks to be cleaner attire, cleaner mining gear than some of the ones that are standing around. Looks like they've had a long shift, just getting off of that. This loud screeching sound all of a sudden gets louder and louder, and then all of a sudden you hear just these clanking noises, just all of a sudden from behind these massive doors. And then the massive doors just start going, and you hear all 3 levels of doors opening up. Imagine like a 4 or 5 car garage with one massive door on it that slides open. That's what each of these are. It's a massive elevator. And it opens up, and out, excitedly, out onto the second floor, hops this individual, Noah, who just, oh my gosh, you've seen this guy before. It's the metallic hat with the helmet with this visor, and comes out with this, it's a real cigar, not an e-cigar. This is a real one. So this probably cost him some hollows. And you can tell it's one of those cigars that he only lights up a little bit, takes a few puffs, and then puts out to savor that thing for as long as he possibly can. And he comes out just with this massive laughter. Oh, I love my job. Looks like we got some noobs ready to head on down. What you looking at? And he looks over at somebody. And then they kind of like walk behind him to get into the elevator. Let's load up, everybody. It's time to take a dive.
Woo.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. Some excitement.
his energy's kind of infectious.
Very,
Let's
very
go.
evil.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Me too.
You see that there? And he points to you, and he's like looking around at everybody who's all like scared and skittish. We need more of that. In this day and age. More of that. What's your name, anyway?
Sam.
Sam. That's a great name. You can call me Maroney.
Oh,
Manta.
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 Interesting. Well, welcome.
An interesting name too.
Oh, well, thank you. Welcome aboard.
Glad to be here. We're those noobs you were talking about.
Oh, I love noobs. They're so excited when they go down, and then they have broken spirits when they return. Oh.
That won't be us.
Yeah.
We're already broken.
Sure.
Oh.
Birds can't break.
We'll see.
You can
We'll
just say
see.
we're all in.
All in.
All in.
Well.
Double or nothing, you know?
Nothing left to lose.
Oh, gamblers, huh? Oh, this is the
Well,
right place for
some
you.
of us are, and I'll point over to Don.
Why?
Sorry, like I said,
I played-
his energy's
Played two
infectious.
games.
You like gambling though, right? Sorry.
True. That's fine.
Well,
Stay over here.
I tell you, I'd do some gambling with you, but I love my job too much. I work all the time. Are you guys ready to ride?
I am, yes.
All right, go stand over there in those, you see those graded squares along the floor, and you can see there's like these lines of graded squares on the floor, like, and they have these awkwardly painted symbols on each one. It almost looks like they're numbered, but in like a strange alien language or something. You can see some of the people already kind of know what to do, and they're standing on some of those graded squares.
Maroni, I gotta ask you a question. I read once about these old timey like things called, I think they were called amusement parks, that had these like big elevators that go up and just drop you. Should we like raise our hands as we're going down, or is this more like a slow fall kind of thing?
Oh, if you're enjoying it, then raise your hands. By all means.
All right, cool.
I mean, I love it. Every single time.
Awesome.
It's the first time I see Manta all excited about anything.
Like I said, he's just really infectious.
Free. He's like super pumped for all these things, so it makes me kind of pumped too.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. My hands are up. Hands up.
I'll do the same thing.
Man, the hands are up. A couple people around you are just like, what the hell is he doing? But you're
Take us for a ride, Brody.
You got it. And you see him like, he hops up into this chair that sits at this command station that you guys can all just see into. Like, it's not enclosed. It's like this chair in the front middle of the chamber. And he's just sitting there, and he has these controls that kind of just start going, like, popping up beside him. Some out of the floor, some out of the ceiling area that just kind of come down. And there's this one that comes down, and it's like this massive, like, you know, in the old cartoons, whenever there's like somebody goes to give it like floor any kind of vehicle, and it has this like pull, and you go, and they just like do that. He has one of those things in front of him. Also, like this little miniature keyboard kind of pops up, and he starts typing some things in. He starts like pressing on a digital screen, a touch screen that he has in there. You can see it like it's static. There's static a few times, like while he's touching it. Like he'll touch it, and you'll see static, and then you'll hear him mumble under his breath a few times, and then like start pressing a few more buttons. Then he goes over and hits a couple more buttons and saying, "All right, everyone, make sure your feet are in place. Gravity binders connected in 3, 2, 1." Damn it!
Oh,
Nothing happens. You guys are just standing there.
1 second, guys.
And,
Hold on.
oh, he's up back there. Hold on a second.
Oh.
He starts typing something in, and you guys can see, probably Andronima can see over this guy's shoulder, standing near him, and it looks as if there's like this digital map of the elevator on the screen, and the top layer is green and the bottom layer is green, but for some reason the middle layer is flashing red. Damn gravity binders, they were supposed to fix those last night. What is going on? Give me 1 minute. And he starts like, you see him kind of like punching some numbers and stuff, and then all of a sudden you hear, yeah, Maroney, what you need? Squawks, I had told you that the gravity binders on level 2 of the elevator were malfunctioning. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. What is going on? And Squawks is like, hey, Tanner from maintenance fixed those yesterday. They should be working. Well, they're not. Okay, and I'm ready to take down these. Hey, listen, I got some noobs that are really excited about being down there. Okay, you want good publicity. You want people to come work for you. It's time to get people excited, you know? Listen, Maroney, we've been through this. I'm here to do my job. Okay, Tanner said he fixed it. It's on the files as fixed. It should be fixed. If it's not working, go to plan B. Use your emergency signal systems and just get on with it. Whatever, but I'm gonna file another report. And you hear him kind of like close this conversation off, and he's like, he turns around, looks right at you, Manta. He's like, I'm so sorry to have to do this to you, sir. I know you're really excited, but you're not going to have any free arms anymore.
Aww.
We have to use our backup system. Our gravity binders aren't binding you to the floor. So we're going to use these. And he just walks out and he just punches a button. All of a sudden, this thing kind of drops from the ceiling from each of you. And it's like this metal bar that you just like hold on to.
I would go up to Maroney and ask him, how long have you had trouble with these binders on level 2?
Make a savvy check for me.
Which one was the good one? I'm actually going to use a void point on top of this.
Oh, nice. Go ahead. Void point.
All right, let me get rid of that. All right. Here we go. Come on. I got a 15 with a -1, so 14.
14 is a success. He goes under his breath. He's trying to make it so it's not so loud that everybody can hear, but he's talking to you. He's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. This elevator's a hunk of crap. And it malfunctions all the time. But they keep hiring these people who have no idea what they're doing.
Well, I have my toolbox. I'm more than happy to work on repairing it. Just we would have to get my contract switched. I don't know if I'm allowed to be a repairer, but I do this type of work all the time.
Hey, you think you can just take a look at it real fast and see if we can take care of it?
You point me in the right direction. I don't know how long it'll take.
See
but
that?
at least I can take a
See
look.
that panel in the back bottom corner right over there?
Yep.
Go take that cover off that panel. And
All
see,
right.
that's where the electronics for the gravity binders for this floor are. All right. So what I need you to do is I need you to go ahead and, well, actually, when you open it and you start looking through, you can see that there's one broken wiring harness inside here, and a couple of the wires are just not connected to it. And you're pretty sure that that's the problem. But go ahead and also, I would like you, since you're really are you really kind of inspecting this and looking through it, and
Yeah.
you go ahead and make a roll for perception. I think is still savvy.
Yes.
So go ahead and make an additional savvy check for this, because your first savvy check was just to kind of get the information from him. This one's going to be more of like an investigation type thing, as you're perceiving.
All right. I'm using another void point.
Ooh, here we go, using those void points up. That's right.
I'm still negative, so my rolls are a 2 and a 4.
Oh no! A 2 and a 4. I need you to roll a d6 for me. How many void points do you have?
I have 2 more.
Okay, so you had 3 before you spent, right?
I had, before that
Okay.
last one, I had 3 left.
Okay, go ahead and
So I
roll.
need a d6. All right. A 2.
A 2. Oh boy.
Oh no.
1d6. If the result is equal to or lower than the current amount of void points after the spend, roll a void corruption effect. Roll a d20 for me, Devlin.
Oh, all right. I'm going with my bad die again on this one. A 12.
A 12.
Oh man.
Write down this on your character sheet just as a note, just so I don't
All right.
forget that you have this. When you try to sleep, you see through someone else's eyes.
Interesting.
Got it.
But yeah, it looks like a broken wiring harness that's just hasn't been repaired properly.
Then not seeing anything else, I would say, yeah, I can probably fix this real quick. Let me give it a shot. And then I would go to try and repair it.
Okay, what you think of when you're looking at this is your best bet. It looks like it does need a new harness, which you probably don't have because you don't have the parts to do it.
Okay.
But you do know some people that have some duct tape. And you have a strong feeling that some duct tape might temporarily fix this for maybe a few days.
Well, this is going to need a new harness, but I can do a quick fix on this if that works for you.
Hey, anything to get this elevator moving, you go for it.
Hey, man, so you still got that duct tape over there?
Of course. Take it, go like look through my bag. Here you go. I just throw the duct tape to him.
And I just start going to town with the duct tape, wrapping it up, trying to get everything connected, lined up.
Within 7 to 10 minutes, Devlin,
Half that because of my skill.
5 to 3 minutes. Devlin's like wrapping this wiring harness, putting wires back in place. And all of a sudden you hear some beeping coming from that console that Maroney uses to pilot the elevator. And the red blinking area on the map that he was using turns to green.
How's it look?
It looks like we're good to go. Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody get on the grid. Here we go.
Good job, Dev.
Putting the panel back on, walking over, and then finally get my feet into place.
Okay. He types some stuff out. The bars that were hanging down simultaneously all come up. They all came down at the same time. It's kind of like when you're on an airplane and like this stuff would all fall down, like if there was an emergency. It all kind of just goes up and folds back up into the floor of the first level. And then all of a sudden you guys feel this gravitational pull on the bottom of your feet as these gravity binders are connecting you into your feet. Basically, you're standing there and you can't like move your feet. Like you can't walk off of these right now. You're just like stuck to the floor.
Can you leave the bars down, perchance?
What was that? And then all of a sudden he cranks, he hits the crank, and all of a sudden it's like the bottom drops out. Like you guys just go, ah! Then you can hear like this scraping and grinding coming from the outside, and you can hear Maroney the whole time. He's like in his seat, he's strapped in, and he's just gone, woo! The whole way as you guys are flying down. It's crazy. His helmet has this little strap that goes underneath, and his helmet's like pulling up a little bit to where you can almost see his eyes as you guys are just launching down this elevator shaft for what goes on for like a long time. You guys are just like flying. The elevator does come to a screeching halt that, like, as you guys are halting, you kind of do the automatic squat because of the pressure, like, as you guys are getting down there. And it stops at, like, Sector 1, and you see the doors open, and people exiting from Sector 1. Then it closes again, and you can feel the drop again as this thing goes down. All the way to Sector 3, where it stops. And there's still a good group of people on the elevator. And all 3 of these doors open. The gravity binders are turned off by Moroni. And you see what seems to be the most people seem to exit on Sector 3. Moroni turns around. Sector 3! Enjoy your time!
I would run to the side and probably just throw up.
Make good choices. Be safe.
We'll see you later.
Maybe not.
And then I kind of clean myself up and I look at Moroni.
Moroni's like, I heard you, Dev, was it?
That's right.
They really need to have you hired on the maintenance crew.
Yep. If you,
I can put in a good word if you need it.
That would be great. Oh, I'm still nauseous. Sorry. Here, and I take out one of the moonshines and I hand it to him. And I go, I would appreciate that.
Woo-hoo! He looks at that and he takes it and he like tucks it into his armored coat that he's wearing. Oh yeah, definitely. You're getting a letter of recommendation from me.
Appreciate that.
Fix the gravity binders on level 2 of the elevator. Man! Tanner's job's done. What a toady. How many of you are far space travelers? Or any of you like been out there in far space?
I'm an orbit vagabond.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm a Event Horizon diver.
So basically what I want to ask is, if you've been like in the Iron Ring or near this moon like all your life, then this wouldn't apply to you. But if you came from a different system, if you are unsure, then you may have. It's just
I don't remember, so never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don? Okay.
I'm from a different.
So when he says toady, you think about something and you remember a story you heard that people called navies or deep travelers or people that go deep into space looking for salvage, looking for things, will sometimes come back and tell these like terrible stories of space horrors and things like that and all kinds of wacky stuff that it's hard to believe it's even true. A toady has a specific name. It's this very rare gargantuan frog-like creature, is what the stories say, that glides through space, searching for things to devour. Anything is considered food to them, and they digest nearly anything easily. Stories claim, and stories that you've heard, Dawn and maybe Andronima, maybe Devlin, is that stories claim that the only way to survive one's approach is by finding a way for the creature to see its own reflection. In doing so, once it does, it will flee in fear and burrow itself into a planet or moon and hide for thousands of years, after which it emerges to continue feeding. Some extremely superstitious space captains will pay high, hollow amounts to have their ship hulls polished to a high sheen for this exact reason. So, basically, a toady is kind of like, he's basically like, calling him a silly name, or calling him a name, calling him like basically, they use that term a lot for like calling people scaredy cats or cowards and things like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, after that, I would just baby deer leg walk it off the ship, and then just kind of, once I'm off, I would kind of like go around the corner and like hold myself against the wall to kind of like compose myself again.
Okay. The doors violently slam shut behind you to the elevator, and then you just hear the woo of Manta, as the rest of the crew goes flying down towards Sector 4. But we'll stick with you for a moment, Devlin. As you get off and after you're done hurling through the grated floor, which drips down below to God knows where, you hope there wasn't anybody standing under there. There's this large opening and you can see there's kind of like this hovering shuttle-like vehicle that's sitting in a lit chamber as soon as you get off of the sectors or the elevator.
Is there anyone in that vehicle?
It looks like there is an AI unit that is implanted into the unit.
Okay. I would walk up to the ship and then ask the AI if are there any new veins that haven't been reviewed yet?
There are always new veins to be reviewed and studied. We can head on to the sector substation where you can find more information.
That works. Let's go.
All right, so you step aboard. You can see there are several other people on the shuttle as well, and there was actually a shuttle that pulled up behind that shuttle, and looks like people were loading onto that too. Looks like this place gets a lot of traffic, and a lot more people are heading into this area. And with your mining experience, you do look around and you can see like the shafts that you're going to be going through. It looks like it's a mixture of stuff that's been here for a really long time. And then it looks like some areas have been patched with like newer material, like new metal clamps to help kind of support what is already there. So it does look a little makeshift. And it looks like somebody is doing the best that they can to keep everything going. Okay. The rest of you, finally the brakes screech on the elevator, and there's only a few of other people left on this elevator alongside you guys when it reaches level 4, sector 4. And the doors open. Final destination. Got some brave folks in here today.
Thank you for that entertaining ride. That was a lot of fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I get to do this all the time.
I know why you enjoy your job so much.
Well, maybe one day I can retire and pass it on to you.
Oh, that would be a dream come true.
Well, good luck out there and be careful.
Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back. When is our shift over?
Oh, 8 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, something like
Yeah,
that.
we'll be back then.
Yeah.
Sounds
See you then,
good.
Bernie.
We'll see you.
See you then.
Have a good time.
Step off the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as you guys step off, the doors kind of violently slam behind you, and you're saying, I hate this part. And you hear this, like, grinding from behind you, like... Then all of a sudden, then you hear the elevator kind of move up the shaft.
Sounds like they need some oil or grease or something on those rails.
Yeah, the down part seemed fun, but I'm not gonna lie, the up part seems awful.
The down part was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Didn't look like Dev liked it though.
it didn't look like it.
So you guys see something a little bit different than Dev saw. You guys don't see shuttles waiting for you. You actually see what looks to be angled or more curved sliding glass and metallic doors that lead into what looks like some kind of substation. Looks like there's a lot of computer panels inside from what you can see through the glass. And it looks like there's kind of like a technical base or something like here right in front of you.
So should we look for somebody to see what we're supposed to be doing?
Supposed to be mining, so we better get to mining.
So we just pick a spot. We mine.
I think so. I mean, there usually is like a shift supervisor or a person like supervises everybody, I think.
There should
Isn't
be.
there? Yeah. There should
Maybe
be like
they're
a
in that
leader
little
or
building.
something. Oh yeah, let's go there. Let's go see.
So-
Down in.
As you guys approach the substation, the doors kind of open automatically, and you walk into this front. It's more like a octagon-shaped chamber. And to your right, immediately, you can see there is a red, long-haired female wearing more kind of, not like she's a miner. She's looking more like she has some kind of uniform on. And she looks extremely frustrated. She's wearing this headset over top of her head, and she's hitting some buttons, and she's like, Carlin, for the last time. Carlin, come in. She sees you guys opening doors. She's like, great. Look at this. Hey y'all, I'm Amy. It's nice to meet you. You all came at a great time. Here to do some mining, I believe, right? I got some of the digital paperwork earlier, so it looks like we're all squared away. Look, so I've been trying to reach sub-level 4-3 station. Carlin won't answer me back. All I keep getting is static. And listen, I gotta get a response. I need to get the sub-levels, Beth the Bill readings, so I can turn those back in. We need those readings to the surface for the data storage. I gotta have them.
So you asking us to go kick it?
If you, I mean, I can't really send you out there until I get what I need to do done.
It sounds like we're going to get these and then we'll come back.
That would be fantastic. All right,
All in a day's work.
Now, if you head out, make a left right out of here. Head down. You're gonna see shaft A26. Make a left down that shaft. Go for quite a while. You're gonna run into a shuttle runner. Take the shuttle to substation 4-3.
A26 to 4-3.
Bingo.
2 left.
All right. Sounds easy enough.
And she goes back. She's like, Carlin. I tell you what. This place is old. I'm tired. I need a new job. And she just sits and slunks down into her chair.
You got, hold on. We just got here. You got us now. You don't need a new job. You just need a better team. And we are the better team.
We're the best team.
We are.
Exactly.
Well, this is good news. This is very good news. If you can get those Beth Bill readings, I just need those to send topside. Those are very important to us.
Go get them readings, guys.
You can count on the noobs.
All right. Man. Maroney must be actually doing his job. Turns around.
Oh, Maroni's great.
Yeah.
Well,
That ride down, it was awesome. It got me pumped.
Well, I'm glad. Well, please don't delay. Please don't head on down there. I need those readings.
As fast as possible.
All right. Thank you. And you guys kind of start to trudge out of that, basically, substation area, heading down the hallways. Back up top, Sector 3, Devlin. What are you trying to? So you're currently on this hover shuttle that takes you to a similar substation to what the group below was at. So you get off of this and you can see that there's another kind of substation here where a lot of people are going in. It looks like they're getting their directions and they're being pieced together with different groups to go to different mines and do different jobs. You arrive and you can see going through and kind of putting these things together is what looks to be an insect-like humanoid. He's got his name tag on that he's wearing, and it says Crix, Crixx. And it looks like he's communicating with a lot of these people, and he's starting to piece them into groups and assigning them mine veins to explore and head on to check out. He pulls aside what looks to be a human male pulls him aside. He looks like he's got kind of a scruffy, hasn't shaved in a long time. It looks kind of dirty. A little bit of gray to his hair, and he's getting his stuff kind of put together. He's getting out his mining equipment. He also puts together a pair of a man and a woman, who the man has very extremely short hair, reminiscent of what Noah has. He has some tattoos that you can see kind of coming up the back of his neck. The woman looks like she's got her dark hair kind of pulled back into a bun, and it looks like they're just, they look very nervous. Like, when you look at a miner, you don't see these people. These people are kind of out of place. But it looks like they're just kind of keeping themselves talking. But it looks like Crix has kind of put these three into a group. And he looks at you coming in, and he's like, a fourth. That's good. I'll put you over here. And he kind of slides you over towards that group. I think you'll be good for this team.
I just kind of look around the room and just trying to see if there's anything out of the ordinary that wouldn't be reminiscent of like a mining, like something that stands out.
Okay, make a savvy check for me.
-1 is a 9.
9. Okay, so that is considered a failure, so you gain a void point. Okay, and you don't see anything that, I mean, it looks standard operating mining substation.
Gotcha. Oh, did I get it? Do I gain a void point also for failing that assessed?
You didn't, because you used the void point
because I used
on
the
it.
void.
Yeah,
That's
so you
right.
gained the void corruption. You didn't get a void
That's
point.
Yeah, and then I just basically just kind of look at the group and just say, where are we off to?
It looks like the individual, the male individual, kind of holds up. He hands you this like digital clipboard, and it has this kind of map that kind of leads to a vein in the mine. I guess we just got to follow this.
I look at it and I ask Crix, is this a new vein or an old vein?
Well, you know, it started out as old, and we just keep on digging, you know.
Has there been any issues, like cave-ins or anything else that we should be careful of? So that way we can make sure that we keep making you guys money.
Well, it seems like these deeper veins, things get a little bit skittish at times. So if you notice anything strange, best to take a few steps back and head on back here.
Sounds good. Anything else I should be aware of? Any gas veins that pop out?
Not where you're going. You should be fine. There is some larger mining equipment in that area. You may want to check it out and see if it could be of use.
Appreciate that info. Looking forward to it.
Seems to me like you know what you're doing. You have an aura about yourself.
I've been in a mine once or twice.
That's good. We need more like you. And he seems to like almost skitter away from you as he goes to talk to like another group and give them kind of instructions. And the man that was with the woman that you were grouped up with kind of walks up to you and he's like, so is there gonna be like lots of gems down here, or?
To be honest, I have no idea. This is my first time down here and I haven't assessed a single thing. What about y'all?
Yeah, you know, I've been in mines before, but none like this. We just gotta find some gems, you know.
Totally get it. We'll do our best. Just, you know the rules, you know the routine. Play it safe, one by one.
Okay.
Keep the sensor on until we absolutely need it to switch the look for any type of material.
Okay. I'm Ace. And he holds out his hand.
Dev.
Dev, nice to meet you. This is my wife, Rose.
How you doing, ma'am?
She just kind of nods to you. She doesn't say a word.
And then kind of turn to the other guy.
E-Rock.
How do you spell that? That E or an I?
E-R-O-C-K.
Okay. I was like, is this one of those like I that's an E? Or... Pleasure. What about you?
Yeah.
Have you worked here before?
Some on the more the upper levels, but I'm trying to, maybe in hopes that I might be able to find more down here. It's getting slim pickings up top.
I hear that.
I'll be honest, I want to go down to that Sector 4, but I just haven't garnered up the courage.
No worries. You can get more and more information, and we can maybe figure out what's down there by talking to a few people. I don't know if you've tried asking anyone upstairs if they've been down there.
Hey, listen, I got a question for you. Have you ever heard of a rock grub?
A rock grub?
Yeah.
Can't say I have. Is it like one of those little things that kind of...
No, I heard they're a lot bigger than that.
Like this?
Like the size of like 4 or 5 people. I don't know. Somebody just told me some stories about like Sector 4. And there can be some pretty strange shit down there.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure that's all just people making stuff up. You know how it goes. I'm scared of it, that's for sure. Well, until you have someone who's actually seen it firsthand, secondhand, it's just a myth.
Okay. Well, seems like you know what you're doing too, so this should be easy pickings.
Absolutely. And then I just take the moonshine out and crack it open. And take a swig and kind of pass it around to everybody.
All right, E-Rock takes a swig, but the Ace and Rose decline.
Okay. Let's go. Just to kind of calm your nerves and just kind of goodwill.
All right. And you guys are left with this kind of digital map of the area which you're kind of indicating that you need to go to do your mining operation. You can see some of the other groups have already started heading on out, grouping together, and some of them are taking various shuttles to some of the locations. You guys actually have to get on a shuttle too to take you to where your main vein, where you guys are going to be doing your mining.
Okay.
So you head on there and you head on out, and then we're going to go back to Sector 4, where you guys have just gotten off of a shuttle. And you can see there is a mine shaft, and I'm going to change the background on your Roll20, and I'm gonna... This is kind of like what these mines resemble a little bit. Rickety looking, pieced together. Wires and cables that kind of hang around, helping illuminate the area with light. Metal pipes that seem to run alongside the walls and stuff. Some of them dripping. And you guys kind of walk down this mine shaft, this hall. It's eerily quiet.
Noah's gonna pull out that radiation tracker and see if there's any readings on it.
Okay. So you pull out the tracker and start taking readings, and the Bethtabil reading that you're getting, which is the what they're trying to get data for, it's pretty high. You yourself don't really know what that means, but
What the hell's a pethibil? Maybe Dev had a point about gathering information.
Let's not tell him that though.
Sure, it's not very important. I'm sure we're fine.
Yeah, we're totally fine.
Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
going. Let's look for these people that they told us to look for, right? I don't know. Weren't we supposed to look for somebody?
We're supposed to be heading towards another substation then to gather the readings from another person, yes. So I think we're gonna head down this shaft.
Okay. So you guys keep on going. Eventually, kind of the mine shaft kind of curves a little bit, and you can see that there are some lights up ahead that are like flickering. And eventually, you guys end up into an area that seems to open up, and there is what seems to be 2 sets of large doors, kind of like the elevator that you saw. And it looks like this substation is a lot larger than some of the miniature, like those other substations are just to kind of organize people and get them out. It looks like this substation was more of a place where people actually like did some work. Like materials would come into this place probably and be pre-processed before delivering them or going topside and things like that. This looks like a place where they actually worked on stuff. But it's this big kind of dome-shaped metallic building, and you can see that it clearly says Substation 4-3 on the side.
Head towards the doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys head towards the doors, and you can see that the one door on the left as you get closer seems to be ajar by about 4 feet.
I'm going to pull out my pistol.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger.
Okay.
Can we take my stuff out?
Noah reaches for his pistol but realizes he doesn't have it.